We're back with another episode of the Bigger Than Real Estate podcast, and we're here with an episode of Happy Hour. We got here Kwame.
What's up?
Okay. Just a what's up?
Yeah, man.
We keep it short, we keep it real. So, you know how it goes. Our first segment, we got Take a Drink and Think. The drink of today is ... We got the Heinies.
Classic.
Heinekens. Shout out.
Very classic beer here.
Shout out to any male that's gone to a club and needing the drink.
I think everybody...
So I have to just take a sip?
Crack it open.
I wonder if we can figure out the name of this one.
The person who created it?
I still want to shout out Susanna.
Susanna was
Susanna
real.
held it
Susanna
down.
was real.
Susanna held it down. I don't know who Heineken is, but...
All right. So I guess we'll jump into it.
Yeah, let's go.
man.
Let's go. First segment, Take a Drink and Thing. Trademark. So, again, by the end of this whole entire interview, you should be finished the beer.
Yep.
Okay.
At the end, you will rate it out of 10. If it isn't finished by
Well,
then...
you guys know I'm not a beer person.
That's
That's
okay.
okay. You can
That's
rate it
okay.
a 1 if you want.
Yeah.
Cool.
But that's even better. You're thirsty,
sorry.
bro. You're thirsty.
By the end of it, if you're not finished,
All right.
you got to throw it back.
Yeah,
You
gotta
gotta
chug
throw it back.
So
If
you
it's
better-
not finished
So-
by that, so just casually drink it.
Yeah.
Well, what if I think it's like a shit drink?
You still got to drink.
You
Yo,
still
we've
gotta
had to
drink.
drink some non-alcoholic
Bravia or
Bavaria.
Bavaria?
Oh, my God.
0%
Don't ever-
alcohol?
Don't ever.
Yo,
What's
that was
the
the
worst
worst
like
drink
juice
I've
I've ever had in my life?
Shout out to
bro.
Bavaria. We're
No,
still open for it.
Sponsorships? Okay, for sure.
If you
for
want
sure.
to give
If you want to
to
give
us.
some money, I'm sorry.
We're
Like,
here.
I mean, you're all right.
All right. So let's go.
Let's get into it.
All right, so let's get it. So let's start it off with, what chore do you absolutely hate doing?
Oh, I was expecting this.
Take a drink and thing.
take a drink.
Trademarked. Cheers. First one. Heineken.
That's not a good start. Go on now.
I will say, duck cleaning.
Duck cleaner?
Nah, fuck with you. I don't know.
Have you ever cleaned ducks on a side note?
Like
Yeah.
duck,
Have you
air
ever
ducks?
done duck cleaning?
Like an
Yeah.
air
No,
duck?
but you guys got those calls.
Of course, I
Of
can.
course,
They're on my
everybody
Facebook now, bro.
They're on your Facebook.
They're showing like them cleaning ducks now on my Facebook.
It's not
I
that
don't-
deep. Like, we know.
I don't get
we
it,
know the
man.
process,
Like they
bro.
actually got me.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah, what would
the most tedious one, probably cleaning your bathroom. But
Okay.
I don't mind cleaning,
Yeah.
Like,
But the bathroom.
it's like
The
very
bathroom.
like chill.
Yeah.
you bump tracks
some
while
music
you,
and then
Okay.
Your
What's
bathroom
playlist?
or anyone's bath? Like if you.
No, I
ever-
don't mind cleaning at all, to be honest. So,
For real?
But if I had to pick the most tedious one, it would be
Yeah.
bathroom.
What's the playlist? What's the bathroom cleaning playlist? What's the first track that has to go on? Like, ooh, this is going
Depends
down.
on the mood I'm in,
Okay.
So like, we'll say some R&B at the start.
Yeah.
Okay,
of course.
okay. Started slow. Like,
It turned me up,
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and I'll go to like some hip hop.
Yeah. It always starts with the R.
And then-
gotta start with the R&B.
does.
You hit the high notes or what?
Yeah, sometimes. It depends on the mood I'm in. But yeah, those Sunday afternoons or like Saturday mornings,
Yeah.
that's when you get into it.
Okay. I like that. What you got for us next, Trav?
All right, here we go. What is the one food that you would never give up?
Take
Pizza.
a drink and think. Ooh,
Pizza.
ooh,
Man,
no
I had
drinks,
pizza
no
the other
things.
day.
Yeah.
Delicious.
What's
From
your
where?
favorite brand?
I told you, Blaze Pizza.
Blaze Pizza. Shout out to
Blaze
LeBron.
Pizza. You've had it here?
Yeah, man. You should get it. It's very good.
Well,
Come sponsor.
Yo,
I
like,
think it's the best pizza right now.
is it actually? I
Yeah,
don't
that's
know.
like one food I can't go up with.
But Blaze Pizza,
Yeah.
you're talking shit.
What did-
Where is
You
it?
can eat pizza anything.
No, for
every
sure. I
day.
understand for sure.
Well,
But like,
what would
where
you
is
go?
Blaze Pizza?
Like where in Toronto?
Yeah,
Downtown?
it's actually they actually opened up down here.
Yeah, they have like 4 spots.
Wow, I did not know that. I thought it was like a southern.
What's so special about Blaze compared to like a Domino's, a Pizza
Man,
Hut,
I
a
should get
pizza
some money
pizza?
for this. But it's custom made.
Okay.
It's all one price, so you can put as much toppings as you want.
Yeah.
And then
That's crazy though.
Hey, he made some money.
it's
off
fire.
Of that,
It's,
man.
it's in the oven, so fire oven. And it's fast. Like it's like Little Caesars, but like made fresh.
Yeah.
And you get any toppings.
So what'd you get
want.
on it?
I got everything, man. So
You got everything.
Everything.
You did not put everything.
You put everything
I get everything. Guys.
from pineapple to ham,
Pineapple,
to pepperonis,
ham,
mushrooms,
bacon.
green peppers. You say bacon?
shit.
Take a drink and think.
Yeah, right.
Take a drink and think. Heineken again.
So you guys got no Henny? Or what's that? Grey Goose?
Grey Goose?
Ciroc?
I do have some
that could be for a
whiskey in the
special.
other room. I do
That's
have
special,
it.
so I'm not special, you know.
Oh, no. Yeah, sure. We'll go with that. What you got, Trav?
All right, next. A little bit deeper.
All right.
What do people do too much of today?
Jeez. Take a drink and think.
Take a drink and think. Take a drink and think.
I'm driving it.
Yeah, that's okay. I am too.
But you're chilling for a bit.
Yeah.
For C Boogie.
See Boogie. Shout outs.
Complain.
For real.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah, man.
For real.
Yeah.
You want me to expand on that?
Expand.
Go ahead.
I don't know how you can expand on
Who
complain.
who complains?
Everyone complains, man. People complain too much.
Give me an example. What's your least favorite complaint? Like you're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What you got?
I don't know, man.
Who was the last person that complained? You were like,
Shut up. Don't say no names, but say the name.
I don't know. I just think in general people complain too much, and either people are going through it already,
Facts.
or you can easily handle a situation. For example,
Okay.
I know a lady.
Yep.
I don't know her per se, but she told kids to move her car one day.
yo,
You remember that, right?
yo. This is
Facts,
the
though.
most heated situation I've
So you
ever
explain the story.
remembered.
Explain the story.
This
No,
was you.
I
This
can't, I'm
was
not a
you.
good storyteller. You know this. So explain the story. Explain the story.
Long story short, there was a lady in a parking lot, not saying which parking lot, not saying what time or date, but a lady in the parking lot, and the corporation she's with paid for the parking lot.
Yeah, they did.
And some group of gentlemen just wanted to have some basketball runs in the parking lot. You know, you see a basketball net, you're getting the runs. And they kind of parked up in an awkward position.
Mm-hmm.
And the lady was very angry at that situation.
Yes.
Very angry at that situation. So she asked them to move their car.
Yeah.
Now, that doesn't seem an unreasonable kind of suggestion, move your car, if you're in a tight space where you can't drive.
For sure.
But
for
this
sure.
was a big-ass parking lot that she could have drove across the world and back.
100%. Kwame, you came back to the site, right? You did. How did you get away from the site?
I just went around. It wasn't too hard, you know. Like, I see the kids playing basketball, and I'm like, I don't want to interrupt their game, so I just go around, you know.
So the situation escalated to the point that she nearly hit a couple individuals. Some racial slurs were slandered.
There's a few of them.
A lot of complaints.
So why do
were thrown out there.
you guys think people complain?
Because they just don't want to deal with their situation, so they want to put it on somebody else.
So you think that they're like lazy or something?
Not lazy. It's
Or
easier.
privileged?
It's just easier to complain than it is to actually deal with the situation.
So you think it's easier for that instance, to go complain than just go around?
What do you think?
I'm asking you.
No, okay. Well, me personally, I feel like her ego was just heavily holding that situation.
It was.
She just, and then that's like kind of the privilege thing.
Mm-hmm.
So she did feel privileged. She felt like I was here. We have this place.
Yeah,
You guys
yeah.
better move for me.
Yeah.
Because I ain't moving.
I agree.
How do you feel about those kind of situations?
Yeah, I just said
Complaints?
I agree, man. I agree.
Yeah, once that individual got into the back of the vehicle and got his ball back,
Yeah.
and everyone started clapping.
Yeah, she felt
She
shame,
went-
you know?
yeah.
And then that
She
hurt her
went-
ego.
That
Yeah, so
really,
it was all
yeah,
ego. So ego has a big part of complaints.
easily.
So, yeah.
What would be like the ego? Like, what do you mean by that?
I don't know, like, I don't even know the words. Like, yourself.
Take a drink and think.
Bro, I took like 4 drinks. I'm drunk.
It has to be done.
I'm drunk.
so-
I'm drunk. The battery's dead.
What's it say? Memory full? Insufficient
Yeah.
memory.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
So what? We just take an intermission?
Quick intermission. We're back in it.
Yeah.
Talking about the ego.
Yeah.
What's something that you complain too much about?
Oh.
Ooh. Not having enough money.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I think that's everyone.
Yeah.
I do.
I don't know. I don't know why, like, it's never enough, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why
Very
we,
true.
why we always want, why do we always want more?
Want more.
What do you feel like you could achieve by
I had
having
more
more
money?
money? Yeah.
I was thinking about it on the way here. Like, I just want to get to that point where I wake up and say, I want to do this, and I can do it. I don't have to wait. So I don't have to work hard to, like, wait to buy a new car in 3 months or save up to buy a car in 3 months. I
Right.
want to wake up and be like, I'm going to buy this car today.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy it, you know?
So what kind of things can you do to achieve that financial?
Well, you have to, like, I guess work hard for it, you know?
Exactly.
There's no way around it.
There
Yeah.
is no way around it.
But there's some people who got to that point where they can be like, hey, I
Want to buy
want to
another
go on
one?
a trip today, so I'm going to go on a trip, you know?
Yeah.
That, I guess that's, like, freedom, I guess.
It is. It is
Financial freedom?
Yeah.
Now, is there a way that you can kind of reach that limit without the extent of like the hierarchy? Like the car doesn't have to be a Mercedes or a Tesla or just a regular car. Or like
See,
if
well,
you say
okay.
you wake up and you want to go on a trip, a trip doesn't have to be going to China. It could just be going down the
I know
street.
it's all personal because at that point you're sort of settling. So if you say, I want to go buy a car, and like you think, 1970 Honda Accord is what is good for you, or like, no, sorry, if you think like a Mercedes Benz is good for you,
But you have to buy a 1970 Honda Accord. Okay, yeah.
then at that point you're settling. But if you think a 1970s car is good for
Yeah.
you, whatever, then
Yeah, because some people they'll have that 1970 Honda, but they wanted the Mercedes and they're complaining.
Exactly.
And some people can't even get that car, and they're like, "Man, I just wish I could have that car."
yeah.
Right. So it's all about
Perspective.
Perspective,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. I like that.
people get stuck, man. They want certain things, and then they go and get credit cards, and then they max themselves out when they
Yeah.
don't have the money, and then you're just stuck. You're just
It's just a
paying,
crazy cycle.
paying money,
So-
man, for nothing.
But see, I don't know, like people who want that 1970s car and like is fine with that. I don't know. I think it's like, like I can say it's selling themselves short, but maybe they can say like,
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
they're in a
true,
good
it's
situation.
true,
They're
it's
happy, you
true.
know?
Some
Yeah.
people like they don't need much.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that what I want? No.
But how do you get to that point where you say I don't need much?
That's a tough thing because like I personally I like to set my goals super high, right? And just
yeah, you
so
only
that
have
if-
one. You only
yeah,
have one life. Why would you want to
just so
get? Why would you want that 1970 car?
Yeah.
you know.
But then I struggle with the thought that, you know, I aim super high so that when I fall short of it, I'm still doing pretty well, right? But realistically, am I going to be still even satisfied with where I am right there? I'll still probably, even though that might be great for my age and I'm doing well compared to other people,
Yeah.
I still might not be completely happy with myself if
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not at that goal. So it's like it's about balance, right?
Yeah.
And
See.
knowing, yeah.
So yeah, it just makes me think where like, why do people like say, hey, yeah, it's okay to just, I'm okay with like taking the bus every day or something like that.
Yeah,
you know, like,
yeah.
I guess it just
I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying like, how do you get to that point?
I guess
you know?
it just depends on like that person's like kind of definition of like where they find themselves happy, right?
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
it's like they drive that 1970 car or they take the bus every day, but like they have family, they have kids, they enjoy their job, they enjoy where they're at, and like some people might look at where they're at and be like, yo, like you ain't doing shit. But
Yeah.
they'll look right in your eyes and be like, yo, my life is beautiful. Like,
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
nothing
yeah,
to complain
but, like,
about. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? And that's literally it comes down to like just the person.
But what
right?
triggers? So like when you're a kid and you seen that car, like for me, when I seen that car or something, or I seen something luxurious, I'm like, man, I want that one
Yeah.
day.
So
But what at that point did it get to that? What point did it get to the person's head that said, I don't want that?
So could we kind of say that the
Or like
point,
I'm
the
happy,
fact
yeah.
that we want that certain car, is there like a certain greed to that, or like a flashiness? Because like in no way is that car really better than the other car. Yes, it looks better. Yes, the miles per hour, it probably gets from 0 to 100 much faster. Yes,
Yeah.
the leather interior. Yes, the rims are shiny. But what extent is it actually better than the other person's car? What extent does that make that person better than the
Yeah.
other person? So I feel like it's just like that happiness between whether someone can accept, it's the car.
Yeah. I agree with you, but I'm just saying like, how do you like differentiate that, and like how does someone say, I'm going for like this 1970 car?
I think at a certain point in their lives when they realize that, you know, I probably won't get there. This is
So
okay for me.
see when you say I probably won't.
I-
get it.
So,
to-
you think
in my
so
opinion,
kind of like a
it-
failure point.
So is that
that's what I
that's
think.
like settling then.
Settling,
Exactly. I do agree.
So I guess so.
That's
Do
how
you
I
feel
think.
like most people that reach that point of getting that 1970 car is because they settled, or it's because they just and they're okay with what they
But
have?
yo,
Not-
see when we say settle, I think settle has like such a negative
It
context
does.
to it.
It does
But
because
it may not be
I don't
negative,
know.
you know?
I feel like I don't know. I don't see settle as not negative. I see
Yeah.
it as negative. I see it as
Yeah,
like,
you see it as
you
negative,
shot for a
right?
dream, you failed, and now you're just settling with what you have, and you're saying, "Oh, I'm okay."
Yeah.
But
Maybe
and that's
it's not.
different than enjoying and being happy with what you do have.
Right.
If I have a 1970 car, but that's what I want because A, I don't care about my car, or B, I'm a mechanic and I know I can soup this up, I'm happy as hell.
Yeah.
That's not settling. Whereas if I wanted that Lamborghini and now I have a 1970 car, I'm settling, and that's where the complaints come.
Yeah,
Because I'm
yeah.
driving this bucket when I really want that nice whip, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like settling deserves that negative connotation because if you settle, it's kind of like you failed and gave up. Not even failed, just gave up.
Yeah, I really do
Big
feel
differences.
like greed is it has like a negative
disagree with you.
spin.
Disagree with me?
Yeah, I disagree with you.
What's up?
Because like, let's say you get to that point
Yep.
where you get that luxurious car and then you settle. Is that negative?
If you get to that point, you get that luxurious car, then you settle.
Yeah.
Like, was the luxurious car the goal?
Yeah, let's say
Then you're not settling. You achieve your goal.
But at the point you settle,
When do you don't settle once you achieved your goal? That means you achieved your goal. When that moment you start to settle is that moment that you stop growing. And that moment you
So
start
you're
to
saying-
growing,
you're
you
telling
get
me
comfy.
you don't
and the moment
settle?
you get comfy, that's
so
about
what's
it for
comfy?
you.
What's the difference between comfy and settling?
But it's kind of the same thing because you settle and then you get comfortable where you're at. It's like when water settles, it just stays still.
Yeah.
Right? That's
So
not.
my whole argument is
But
like,
in what time is like being still and complacent good? When
So-
is that ever an achieved goal?
say it again.
Like what time is being still and complacent good? When is that an achieved goal?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. My argument is like, my argument is basically, I don't know if settling is right or wrong, because
You're saying it just is what it is.
I don't know if I can answer that.
Okay.
But like, someone who reaches their goal,
Yeah.
they get to the top,
Yeah.
and they have nowhere else to go because they're at the top. That means they're settling.
See, so I guess that's where we differ because I say like there's always somewhere else to go.
So they're not settling. They keep on going. They keep on
Yeah,
pushing.
but you're saying they settle, so that at the point they're just getting comfy, and that's when they stopped.
So you say settle is negative at that point.
Yeah.
Once you
because
stop.
whenever
Once you
settle,
stop.
it's because they're in a comfy situation.
But once you accomplish your goal,
Yeah, then you go look for
You
more
go
goals.
look for more
And when I
goals.
accomplished
Okay.
my goal of passing grade 1, I went to go try and pass grade 2. I didn't say I'm done, I'm good. That's it, settle down.
yeah, I know. Okay, but let's just say my goal was to reach grade 1, and I reached grade
then,
1.
So then what'd you do after you reached grade 1?
I dropped out.
No, but what did you really...
That's settling,
That's
right?
Settling, and
Yes.
that's not good.
No, but like
How is
to
that
you,
good?
I accomplished my goal of reaching grade 1.
Yeah, but then if you didn't set any other goals after you accomplished that goal, you're settling and you're not growing.
Yeah.
And that's
Yo,
what I'm trying to say.
I agree with you
Yes.
from what you're saying. Like, if you don't go over, if you don't keep on pushing, then
Yes, you're
but
settling.
to
If
that
you're
person
settling, you're
who's
staying still.
who said, "Hey, I just want to accomplish my goals and I'm done."
Is that person gonna complain once they're done grade 1 and they're chilling, or are they happy?
I don't know. It's their goal.
You know, because like put it this way: if they reached grade 1 and then they were happy, it's probably because they didn't settle. They tried to find something else outside of school to achieve goals somewhere in their life. Whereas if they reach grade 1 and then 10 years down the line they're like, "Yo, it's because I never finished school."
Okay.
That's
Let's switch grade 1 with high school.
okay.
Completing high school.
Yeah.
Some people, there's a lot of people in this world who just want to complete high
So
school.
then, you know what? I can kind of, I like what you're saying because there's different aspects of life that you can settle in, but as long as you're growing in another one, it's okay.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? So if I settle academically, but career-wise, I'm keep going, then it's okay. There has to be some sense of growth. That's what I'm saying.
So you think people should... Okay, what about old people?
What about old people?
They're just people who retire.
Yeah.
They don't want to... They don't think they want growth.
They try and
They
find,
they have
try and
different
find
things that
some
they
time
go.
to grow.
They
Yeah.
might their new goal might be, well, I want to go
Just
see
relax.
the world.
Yeah.
I want to
I
be
wanna
able to
relax.
run a mile.
Yeah,
I want to
wanna
do
watch
something
my
else.
grandkids, like, you know, like
But-
whatever it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's still a goal. They never settle because if they settled, they probably wouldn't have been able to retire.
Yeah.
so what you... Okay, I'm just
Some
trying to-
people do settle though.
Yeah, some people do settle.
Because a lot of more than half the percentage probably settles.
So those people who do settle, do you think when they settle, they're thinking that it's wrong that they settled?
I think in the back of their mind, I do.
Are they complaining? And that's where the complaints came in, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Because most of the time people complain when they settled. It's like that lady in the parking lot. She settled with the fact that she doesn't want to move and these guys are in the
She was
wrong.
upset the rest
So
of the
she
night.
complained about it the whole time.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not saying like settling is a good thing or a bad thing. Cause
You're just saying it is what it is.
yeah, it depends on the person still.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
for sure, for
That's
sure.
fair. That was good. I like that.
Yeah, that was
Ice
great.
broken.
Yeah, literally. So that was Take a Drinking Thing,
Yeah.
brought to you by Heineken.
Shout out to Heineken. Travis isn't liking this one.
We'll save that for
Kwame
that.
said,
Yo, you guys can get sued for this.
I
eh?
like that. I
Huh?
like this.
You guys can get sued for this.
I hope not. I'm just drinking beer and telling you how I feel.
Heineken did not sponsor this event right here.
No, I didn't.
They
We
did
just
not.
decided to drink H.
We bought it full price. we bought it full price, just like everyone else.